Gaius Julius Caesar, consul of the Roman Republic, supreme pontiff, and perpetual dictator. In movies and video games, we have seen him represented in thousands of media. But why does he always wear a leaves crown? 80s of the 1st century BC. Julius Caesar witnesses the rise of the dictator Sulla. Along with many others, he is outlawed by the dictator and marches east to join the army and take part in the war against the kingdom of Pontus. There, once under the orders of the governor of the province of Asia, he was sent as an emissary to Nicomedes, king of Bithynia. According to the story, Nicomedes fell in love with the 19-year-old Roman and showered him with attentions and gifts during his stay in his kingdom. He also complied with the request for help, delivering a fleet to Caesar to assist the Romans in the war effort. After leaving Bithynia, Caesar marched to the island of Lesbos. There, an army commanded by the governor Thermus and the legate Licinius Lucullus was besieging the city-state of Mytilene. The city's defenders, seeing that the siege only weakened them, decided to go out and face the Romans in the open field. Lucullus was aware that the enemy outnumbered them, so he devised a strategy to counteract this weakness. He positioned his army in a crescent formation with the ends forward. At the same time, a single unit in the center would advance parallel to the ends and break the enemy lines in two. This unit was to reach the city gates, trapping the defending army outside its own walls. This position, therefore, was the most important and dangerous, so Lucullus formed a unit with all those exiled by Sulla and placed Caesar himself in command. Slowly, the Roman troops managed to gain ground on the enemy. Caesar himself fought side by side with his men. After some time of fighting, Caesar realized that his unit had become isolated in the midst of the enemy army. They could be quickly exterminated. But Caesar was not deterred. He harangued his men, ordered them to form into a square, and they advanced as a block through the enemy soldiers to the city gates. There they held the position until the rest of the Roman army crushed the Mytilenean soldiers against the walls of their own city. In recognition of his courage, in front of the entire army, Governor Turmo decorated Caesar with the civic crown. The crown was the highest distinction a Roman citizen could receive. It was given for saving the life of another citizen and was a source of great honor and recognition. By possessing it, Caesar could return to Rome, and he immediately rejoined the Senate. It also granted other benefits. Every time a wearer of the crown entered a public space, all citizens without exception had to stand up and acclaim the hero. Caesar took it as a habit to wear it all the time, because in addition to the recognition it gave him, it helped him to cover his baldness. After Caesar's death, his successor Augustus also received the civic crown, on the initiative of the Senate itself and in recognition of his victories. The crown then ceased to be a military distinction, becoming a privilege of the Roman emperors, leaving until today as the most distinctive symbol of the Roman rulers.